Today we talk about the key to long-term success. Hello, welcome back to the Traders Improve podcast. My name is still Rolf and thank you for tuning in. I'm currently on vacation in North Germany, right at the coastline, which is beautiful. And well, over the past few days in the holidays I usually like to do that. I do a lot of journaling, reading interesting stuff besides trading, and I've come across a very interesting video, I think it was, where the guy talks about why we are not doing the things that we should be doing, and it immediately sounded very, very familiar, and I'm sure that you all will relate to that, or will be able to relate to that. And well, how often have you told yourself that you want to learn any new skill, whatever it might be? Maybe if it's trading related, you want to start to learn coding algorithms, wanted to learn how to use Python. Maybe you want to get into news and fundamental trading. Maybe you want to learn anything else or whatever. If we are going away from trading, maybe you want to learn how to play chess, how to learn coding in general. You want to read more about a certain subject. You want to maybe learn a new language, a new sport, whatever it may be. And you always know that if you learn a new skill, it would probably make the quality or improve the quality of your life significantly. You would be probably more productive. You maybe can monetize your skill. Overall, you'll be happier. And it's interesting to learn a new skill. But, well, what happens? Usually we don't do that, and we then go back to our regular old behavior. We go for what is easy. We watch YouTube, we watch Netflix, we play some video games, we go out with friends, drinking, having fun, whatever it may be. But, well, we know we don't do the things we actually told ourselves we would love to do them, and it would probably improve the quality of our life significantly. So why we are not doing the things or doing those things that would give us a long-term value? And it comes down to getting the quick fix versus the long-term value. And inside there are practically two systems. One is the logical system, the system that comes up with reasons why we should learn a new skill. It comes up with our preferences, and that's the logical part. But the other part, which is usually much, much stronger, it's more of an animal part. It's more, it's more ancient, and this is the part that is relying on quick dopamine fixes, quick dopamine hits, so to speak. And dopamine is a very, very powerful chemical inside of us, a very powerful hormone that makes us feel good. It's also, well, you can see it always that, or often, that when you look at drug addicts, for example, dopamine is so strong that people get dopamine hits from using any type of drug until a point where it completely destroys their lives. But still, the dopamine hit they get from using the drug, they prefer it over getting their life in order, spending time with loved ones, not getting involved in criminal activity. So dopamine is a very, very powerful hormone chemical inside of us that completely controls all of our life's actions. And we get dopamine hits, those quick little fixes that make us feel good from many different areas. And they can be in many forms. For example, shopping can have, ask my wife, can release a lot of quick dopamine fixes. When you buy something new, you get a new shiny object, or for other people it is eating. I certainly tend towards those people who love to eat, who just, luckily for me, I'm not that much of a junk food eater, but a lot of people have problems with eating disorders, and they also come from those dopamine hit fixes. Sugar in food, for example, is also a very, very powerful trigger for dopamine. And by the way, I'm not a doctor, so take it for what it's worth, but I'm pretty sure you will be able to relate to that. Coffee, obviously, is a very important stimulant. Alcohol makes us feel, good, to a certain degree, but it's also causing dopamine fixes. Video games certainly have a very addictive nature, and it's also because throughout games, the games have been designed in a way that we get little rewards every now and then in certain intervals, that they always release a new dopamine hit when you level up, or when you get a new item, or when you kill someone, or whatever it may be. Sports have also, well, some people are more drawn towards sports as dopamine releases, or to get their dopamine fix. But also watching Netflix, watching something, an exciting movie, and a movie that makes you feel certain ways, maybe scared, anxious, excited, makes you smile, makes you happy, and triggers emotions of love. Those are also all releasing dopamine in your body, and those are little fixes that make you feel good. So obviously, for us as humans, it's much easier to get those little quick dopamine fixes of whatever it may be: eating, sports, alcohol, smoking, coffee, shopping, watching YouTube, playing video games, instead of going for the long-term value and the effect of delayed gratification, where, well, obviously when you learn a new skill, it's tedious, it's boring, it's hard, and you certainly won't get a dopamine fix very often when you learn a new skill, because, well, you make errors, it's hard, you need to read, you need to study, you need to sit by yourself, you need to think about it. And that is why we are often gravitating towards this behavior, that it's not good for us long term, it's just for the short term fix. And it's very important that you understand that, and that you start seeing yourself, your actions, and the world in such a way, because it will help you understand yourself better, and it will also help you hopefully make better decisions. So you should, and that's also what the video said, and the guy, I will try to link it in the description if I remember where to find it. What you should do is that when you learn something new, first of all, it can be helpful to learn in a community, in a group setting where you can exchange yourself with others. That makes learning much more fun instead of learning by yourself in isolation. Also, it can help track progress. It can also help make the learning fun, where you don't look at the big picture. You don't say, okay, I want to learn algo trading and I want to make a portfolio with 100 algos that diversify very nicely, because this will take years and years probably, or at least months. But start with making one little algo, and start with saying, okay, I will exchange this algo with a friend of mine, and we will work on it and have fun with it, and I will share it to the community, get feedback to it. That you can do very quickly. And make sub-goals, very important. I talked about this in a previous podcast, where sub-goals, small achievable goals that show you're making progress, can make the learning environment and make learning in general much more fun and attainable, and you will be more able to keep it up. And this way you can gamify a little bit your progress, and that will help you, even though still learning a new skill, it's all about the delayed gratification, where you put in the work now, and in a few weeks, months, years, you will be able to reap the rewards of your new skill. But if you learn to look for short-term goals, you make learning fun, then you can hopefully beat those animal instincts inside of you more often, and not just pick up your iPad, watching YouTube, watch Netflix, when you told yourself, okay, I will study now for an hour, or for 2, or for 30 minutes, or whatever it may be. And this is, well, obviously the key to long-term success. And I'm pretty sure many of you relate to that. And if you do, let me know your experience in the comments below. On Podbeans, I think on Stitcher you cannot, but also on YouTube. And if you have any questions, make sure to submit them. And if you like this podcast, make sure to also leave me a thumbs up, a star rating, or whatever. It really helps, and I'm reading every single comment. Thank you for tuning in once again, and until the next time.